Wake up. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear beloved audience, before we start our ceremony, here are some announcements to be made. First, the audience are requested to pay full attention during the program. Second, the audience are required to turn off the microphone and turn on the camera during the program. Third, the audience also asked to respect the song of Negaraku and Wawasan Setia while UITM. Fourth, the audience who have questions about this program can ask it later during the Q&A session at the end of the program. Thank you for your cooperation and it was greatly appreciated. Announcing the arrival Yang Berusaha, Puan Nur Akmal Kamsani, Finance and HR Manager, Telekom Malaysia London, England, United Kingdom. Yang Berusaha, Encik Putra Faizur Rahman Zahid, Advisor of The Bankers Association, UiTM Kelantan Branch, to join our webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to express the rhythm of love for our country and UiTM, let us together sing the song of Negaraku and Wawasan Setia Warga Negara UiTM. And now, to bless our webinar tonight, Muhammad Shahid Ahmad Muhammad Sabri was invited to lead the recitation of dua. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wa mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Rahman Ya Rahim. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the world. Also peace and blessing are upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions and those who follow his lesson till the judgment day. O Allah, we gather on this blessed night to express our gratitude for your priceless gift. Make us your servants who are always grateful for the favors you have given us. Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram, therefore we seek for your protection and bless the Webinar International Alumni Talk studying and working in the UK that the Bankers Association, your ATM Kelantan branch organize. Grant us the love of all knowledge. Shine our hearts with the light of your alignments and guidance. Hopefully, these programs will enhance our ability to study and work to the next level or overseas, inshallah. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, grant us good health, mental fitness, peace of mind, and strength of spirit. Hopefully, with it, we will be able to face challenges, be competitive, and be able to raise the dignity of our religion, self, family, community, and country. O Allah, we are genuinely raising both of our hands to ask for your grace and guidance so that you may accept our prayers. Istajibillahumma du'a'ana wa ruku'ana wa ibadatina. Allahumma inna nas'aluka salamatan fid din wa afiyatan fil jasad wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fil rizki wa taubatan qabla al-maut wa rahmatan indal maut wa maghfiratan ba'dal maut. Allahumma hawwin alaina fi sakaratil maut wa najata minan nar wal afwa indal hisab. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Thank you to Muhammad Shahid Ahmad Muhammad Sabri for the leading the recitation of the dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Selaut kasih seuntai rasa. Yang berusaha, Puan Nur Akmal Kamsani, Finance and HR Manager, Telekom Malaysia London, England, United Kingdom. Yang berusaha, Encik Putra Faizur Rahman Zahid, Advisor of the Bankers Association, UiTM Kelantan Branch. Yang dikasihi, Saudari Nur Alia Syahindah Sapian, President of the Bankers Association, UiTM Kelantan Branch. Yang dikasihi, Saudari Nur Syazana Ismail, Director of Webinar International Alumni Talk UiTM Kelantan Branch. The Member of Supreme, Committee Members of the Bankers Association 2022-2023 session, UiTM Kelantan Branch, and the audience. Salam sejahtera, salam UiTM di hatiku, salam dari kampus Tanah Serendah Sekebun Bunga. Championing Datapreneurship, Empowering Community. And welcome to Webinar International Alumni Talk, Studying and Working in the UK, UiTM Kelantan Branch, Session 2022-2023. I'm Nick Muhammad Danish bin Nick Muhammad Zuri as the host and moderator of the program tonight. Allow me to host the webinar until the end. We also welcoming the audience to the Webinar International Alumni Talk, Studying and Working in the UK, UiTM Kelantan Branch, 2022-2023 session. Thank you to the audience who are willing to spend time to be with us in every meaningful moment tonight. Next, we are welcoming Yang Berusaha Encik Putra Faizur Rahman Zahid, Advisor of the Bankers Association, UiTM Kelantan Branch, to deliver a welcoming speech. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Danish. Assalamualaikum and good evening, guys. A warm welcome to our speaker, Puan Akmal, Finance UK. Hi, Puan Akmal. Can you hear my voice? Waalaikumsalam. It's a pleasure to have you here. As far as I know, nobody better to talk about our topic. Top End UK. Because everybody, Puan Akmal is our UiTM alumni, so it's great to have you here. And she stays in UK for how many years, Puan? More than 10?
17 years to be exact.
17 years, oh my God, saya pun tak tahu. Okay, dah jadi
Yes,
Mak
yes,
Saleh.
2006.
Okay,
Yeah.
Puan Akmal. Oh yeah, yes, 2006. Okay, Puan Akmal, I introduce you to my fellow moderator, Mr. Danish. Mr. Danish, second year student, and Miss Shazana. Miss Shazana, where are you?
Miss Shazana.
Shazana, the project leader for the webinar today.
Okay.
Hi, Shazana. Can you hear me? And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate everybody, the best team, because organizing this meaningful event, and a round of applause to you for organizing this event. Before we started, I would like to inform everybody that actually Puan Akmal is in UK, okay? So that's why we are having this event at night time. What time is your time in UK, Puan Akmal?
It's 2 p.m.
It's 2 p.m.
Just
Yeah, it's
after
really
lunch
time.
break.
Okay, all right. We should expect some delay or internet speed problem lah, because in Malaysia we still, I don't know, we are 3G, 4G or 5G or whatever G, I don't know. So I believe in UK we have 5G. So okay, just try our best here for the internet speed. So how do you do, Puan? Sihat?
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, sihat. We just get our summer weather this week, so it's quite hot in here.
Oh,
Because this country they always not ready for summer. Like there's no aircon in the house, no aircon like in the train itself. So it's boiling.
Just know that before this I doesn't know about that. So we actually in Malaysia is still hot for how many months? 3 months. I think 3 months already. So we are having El Nina, I think.
El
So
Nino. Oh, okay.
semua baju cepat kering.
Yeah.
And let's we be a little bit informal. So the student are going to use this platform formally because they are learning to doing the event management. So so we can have
But the
some
students are
informal
wearing the
conversation.
same uniform. The
Yeah,
way
that's
that I see.
my association. We call it the bankers.
Oh, okay, okay. So I
Just
didn't
have
know that
their
UiTM have uniforms. So this is for the club's uniforms. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
for the club and associations. So they make design themselves. So it pretty decent. So okay. So
Sorry, who will
everybody
broadcast the slides?
yeah. And moderator. I know. Sorry. The
Moderator.
host, please prepare the slide. Okay. Before we go to the slide, Puan Akmal, can you tell us about yourself a little bit on part your career maybe, because yeah, to motivate and to introduce yourself to the student.
Okay, I used to be a UiTM Shah Alam student. I took fast track program in accounting, which means that I finished my diploma within 2 years and then straight away complete the degree with another 2 years and another 6 months for the internship programs. And then straight after I got my final exam results, I flew to London to complete to further my study for ACCA professional papers. I don't choose to do master because at that time I thought master is a route for who wants to be a lecturer rather than who wants to join the industry itself. So I choose to do ACCA, and then when I'm studying in ACCA, I got the opportunity to join Telecom Malaysia UK Limited as a part-time. That they need the administrative staff at that point of time to help them with the accounts department. So I joined them, and I work about 3 days a week. And after completion of my CCA studies, they decided to absorb me as a full-time staff, and they sponsor my visa. And then, yeah, I'm there now, and 16 years ahead until now. Yeah.
That's how you end there.
Yes. So my husband have to migrate here and join me here because we met in UITM Shah Alam, and then we got married. And then I told him that I think it will be a great opportunity for him to have like experience in London, working in London or working in the UK, and put it on the CV. Then he can sell his CV better in Malaysia if we come back to Malaysia. So
Oh, really?
at the end, he decided to come here and
Yeah,
join
I
me.
think we all agree. We all agree about that. So we're staying in a better country, so we got better opportunity. I
Mhm.
think the students will agree with me too. And host, please stand by the slide that for Akmal prepared. I believe he have prepared very comprehensive information slides.
Is it too long?
Uh, I think it's okay. It's okay. So the information now, so we can, yeah, we can have a proper guideline, step by step learning about UK and about study and working about there. So I think it's okay.
So
So the host, can you share the slide? All right. Okay. So Danish, I heard you, Danish, I heard you have question about staying abroad. The feeling of staying abroad, Danish. Can you?
Yes, Puan Agma, if I may ask,
mhm.
how does it feel when you got the offer to study in UK? What is your first impression? And what is the feeling staying at the overseas without your family? How do you manage your life without your parents at that moment? I mean, you do find some difficulties without your parents, right?
Yeah. Okay. Because I always wanted to study in UK ever since I'm in high school, and then but and okay, when I received the offer, yeah, I was like over the moon, especially because I really want to do ACCA as well. And when I got the offer, I said, okay, this is my chance. I need to prove that I need to pass the paper like at the first sitting if possible, because the less number of you fail for the paper, then the lesser you need to pay for the courses. And then yeah, when we come here, the first hurdle that I have is to find the accommodations because we came nine of us from UiTM Shah Alam who came here to London for SCCA studying at that time. And then it's difficult because UK like especially London, the houses like they don't have like more than 3 rooms usually. So we are 9 of us. We can't share like like 3 in each rooms. That will be like over the limits for them. And then but in the end we managed to find a house like a 3-bedroom house, and then they have like loft as well in the top area. And being a boarding school students, I have learned how to manage myself like independently, like how to manage the time, manage the house chores. And then but the only thing the new thing is to cook for my own dinner and lunch. And also for the housemaid also, because we have like rota, like we take turns to cook. So yeah, that will be very difficult, but yeah, we managed to do it even though we don't have YouTube that time. So we only like do like
You manage,
bloggers websites, and then try to cook based on the instruction. So
That's
try
very
and error. Mm.
so you manage
And
to adapt with
in
it.
terms of transportation, everything is not an issue here because you don't have to drive to go to your school or your college. It's fine. Yeah.
the advantage of become ex boarding school, right? School student.
Yes. Mm.
So that's an
Because
advantage.
I think time, like managing time is important when you are alone. Like you need to survive alone, and you don't have your mom to say, "Hey, go study like that anymore." Yeah.
Okay, Puan. Now, without further ado, let's you please brighten up us about UK.
Okay.
Okay,
All
the
right.
next slide, please.
Next slide. Okay, this is the topics that I would like to cover for today. Okay, the first one is why people come and choose United Kingdom to study. The first and foremost is because of the ranking of the university. You can find online and then check what's the ranking of university like worldwide, and then you can see most of UK university name will be there. So that's mean the quality of education that you will receive will be better than the rest of the world. The second one is diverse population. In here, especially London, if you come, you won't feel like you are alone. It's Asian alone here, because you will see other Asians and others like Africans, Middle Easterns as well. And you can exchange the cultures, what you practice, and then what they have for celebrations. And the third one is the student life itself in the UK. Your experience like studying overseas and local will be different, because you will like get to know what's the local culture is, and then you can go to all these like museums, all these football clubs, and all the events going on in UK, like running event, marathon event. You can join cycling events as well. As a student, you will have all the energies to join all this, and it will be a good experience and exposure for you guys. And the fourth one is the job opportunities. So in case like you don't have enough funding, there is alternative way, which is you can work part-time and earn money to survive in here. And then the fifth one is scholarships. If you compare UK to get a scholarship to the UK, we will have more options compared to the other countries. So that will be some advantage for students to come here and study without worrying about their funds. And the last one is language. So this is the chance that you can improve your English language skills, because you will be forced to use English, process your thought in English, and also deliver and talk in English as well. So this is a good chance for you to practice if you come to the UK. So next slide will be, unless there's any questions. Okay. Okay, this is the university league tables for UK specifically 2023. And you can find this in theguardian.com, this is the one of the newspaper in UK. And I have filtered it by accounting and finance subject, because I understand that the attendance here is from finance and accounts backgrounds. So the top 5 university in the UK will be London School of Economics, Warwick University, Aberdeen University, Edinburgh University, and Bath University. So this ranking is not only evaluate based on the courses, it will be based on whether the students satisfied with the teaching that the lecturer gave to them, and then whether how much is the student numbers per ratio against lecturers, and then how quickly the student can get the job after graduation. So all this has been considered, and this is the league table. So meaning the London School of Economics, the student are selling very well in the job market at the moment. Okay, the next one will be for subject. Can you move to the next slide, please? Okay, the next area that I filter in is the business management background. So the university top 5 is totally different. So you can see London School of Economics is number 4 now for that. Previous one, please.
Can we go back to the yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The first one will be okay, all right, okay. The first university for under business and management course will be Oxford University. As you know, Oxford is one of the finest university that we have in UK. So, and the second one is St Andrews University, the third one Warwick University, the fourth one London School of Economics, and the fifth one is Universities and College of London, UCL. So out of these 5, 2 of them based in London, which is number 4 and 5. And Oxford University is about 1 hour away from London, and Warwick is about 2 hours away. St Andrews is quite further if you're interested to study in there. Yeah. Okay,
They
next
have
slide.
very thorough, comprehensive data here, right?
Yes,
Can really
you guys can
compare.
go to the website and choose whichever course that interests you.
Yeah, very
Okay,
interesting.
so the next topic is what type of, okay, after you complete your degree program, so which route are available to you now? So so I've put here, you can either choose to go for postgraduate in master program, or you can choose for professional certification. So under master program, there will be 2 types of master program being offered here. The first one is a taught master degree, and the second one is master by research. I don't know, is it same as Malaysia, Faizul?
In Malaysia, we call it coursework.
Cool.
And master by research is same. I took my master in research.
Oh, okay.
So the other one is coursework. We call it coursework.
Coursework. Oh, okay. So same lah, same. Okay. So the taught master degree program will be like a classroom, like university program. You go to class, learning in class, and then just answer the exam. For this one, within 1 year, you should complete your courses. Unless you go for part-time course, it will be double of the period, which is 2 years. But if you choose master by research, then you will be teach how to do research methods, and then you have to carry out your own substantial research project. This one will take a bit longer, depends on what's your research project outcomes. So it will be between 1.5 years to 3 years. And then, and the second option that you can have, if you don't want to go master, you can go for professional certification routes. So we have lots of professional certificates of being offered here, like SEAW, ACCA, CIMA, CFA, CAIA. Have you heard all of about this before, or this is your first time heard about it?
I believe they all know all the ACT and CIMA
Oh,
only, I
CIMA.
think.
Okay. Yeah, and I think it's good to know about this as well, because for me, like if you do, I don't know, for me, master program looks like if you want to do teaching like lecturer, then you should go there. Otherwise, if you want to be in the industry, you want to practice, then the professional certification is the way you should go. Okay, next one, please. Okay, this is the entry requirements. So like similar to when you go for a degree program, there will be like prerequisites if you want to apply for certain subjects. So for master program and professional certification program, this is the common entries requirement that they ask. So the first one, you must have the undergraduate degree in a relevant subject. So if, for example, you want to apply for master in business admin, you must come from a business backgrounds degree. So, and then you need at least second class upper results to apply for master programs. So, and then the second one is language proficiency. So for Malaysian, we have to display a certain ability level to write and speak in English. So usually this one, you have to go for English language test. But I know for UITM, the courses are conducted 100% in English, right? So there is, I think you can ask the university or the tuition provider whether they can accept this UITM degree programs as a proof of language proficiency. So if they can, then you don't have to sit for the additional exam. Okay, the third one will be professional experience. Some of the university requires you to have an experience related to the programs, and some of them they don't require it. And then the fourth one is entrance exam. This is also depends on the university as well. Not all will require entrance exam. And
Second upper means that we have to get our CGPA around 3.10 and above, I think. 3.2 and above.
Oh, okay. But in
That's
Malaysia,
the
we
target.
have first class honors, second class honors, and third class and something.
First class, second upper, second lower, and third.
Oh, we do have okay, okay. So 3.0
Yeah, 3 point. Kalau second upper is 3.2 and above.
3.2. Oh, okay. So see, you guys need to bring up your CGPA up to 3.2 at least.
Yeah.
If you want to study at master program. Yeah. Okay. So I will explain more about the language requirements because I think the other requirements are quite straightforward. So for English requirements, this is a few tests that you can choose to sit for it. So the first one is IELTS, which is International English Language Testing System. The second one is TOEFL, a test of English as foreign language. The third one is Cambridge Assessment English. And the last one is Pearson Test of English, PTE. So all of this you can book online and then just go to the test center and sit for the exams. And the result, I think it's quite quick. They will give the result quite quickly. I have sat for IELTS exam before, and I just got just on the line 6.0 marks. So yeah, it's quite tough. Depends on what you get the topics on, especially on speaking. Yeah. Speaking test. But I think I think Danish might not have problems. He seems like very confident with English, speaking in English.
Yeah, he should took the test.
He took the yes. But it's not cheap, yeah. The test is not cheap.
Yeah, expensive, very expensive. IELTS is need you 1,000 something.
I guess the test must be hard too.
If you pass it, it should be okay.
I think for your ITM student, written test should be fine. The only thing is speaking test. I think the oral test because the subject is open. They can choose any subject they want you to talk about. So, yeah, that's the difficult part. Yeah.
Too open. Yeah, I remember that. It's a requirement for me for becoming lecturer too. So IELTS is compulsory.
But if you don't want to sit for this exam, as I said earlier, you can ask the university or tuition provider whether they will accept your ATM degree, which was taught fully 100% in English as a proof of language requirements. If they say yes, then you can just skip this test, like all this. Yeah. Okay, next one, please.
So for Akma,
Yes.
do we need to take one of these tests of all it or of all of it?
One, only choose one, either one.
Only one. Okay.
And I think each one exam result will be valid for 1 year. So there's a validity period as well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, the next topic will be about course. Yes. Okay, so there is for master program, the local student means if you have UK British passport or you have a PR, UK PR, permanent resident UK, or your grandma or your grandpa originally from British, then you can apply for student fees under local student rates, which is about 4,900 a year. But being an international student coming from Malaysia, you have to pay on average 11,000 per year. So your international student always cost will be expensive than local students. So yeah, this is like if you take master in taught master, then the cost will be for 1 year only, so 11,000. But if you choose for research based master, then you need to times 1.2 or 2 times because the period will be longer for master by research.
I think it's similar to UITM. We have foreign students that have to pay more for the tuition fee.
Yeah, that's how they generate the revenues, right, for university.
Yeah, for the postgraduates only. We don't have foreign students in undergraduate. Yeah, for the postgraduate, master and PhD.
Postgraduate. Oh, okay. All right, that's good to know. Yep. What you will pay, because different university have different rates as well. So what you will pay depends on the quality and the reputation of university, and also the cost that university need to take to manage these international students. So that's for master programs cost.
That's in pounds sterling, okay?
Oh yes,
So
so if you want to calculate in ringgit, you need to time 5.7.
5.7, about 6 times in ringgit.
Yeah. Okay, next slide will be the cost for professional certification. Next slide, please.
Host, are you okay?
Pergi solat ke? Pergi solat.
Maybe the internet.
Oh, internet problem. Okay.
Tuan Azma, I have a
Yes.
question for you.
Yep.
That we all know that living in UK is quite
Mm.
hard because of the cost of living is high, right?
Yes.
So when you're a student, did you go for any part-time job?
For the first year, I didn't go at all. Because I've got a scholarship from JPA that time to complete
Okay.
my SCCA studies. And then because on the final paper, I failed one of the subjects. So I have to repeat for the next 6 months, because for SCCA, the exam is every 6 months. So I have to wait another 6 months to repeat the exams. And only one paper left. So I have so many like free time. So that's the time where I look for part-time
Your
jobs.
part-time. So how much did you get per hour?
During that time, it's about £5 per hour.
Okay.
But being Telecom Malaysia, they always pay more than what required.
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
that's very interesting. Very tempting.
Okay. Alright, so this is the for professional certification. As you can see, there's two types. There's two types of expense. Once you have to pay for the professional bodies. Another one is you have to pay for the tuition provider, which is the college or university. So the one that I have gathered here is for CCA, specifically for CCA. But if you're interested for other subjects like CIMA, CAW, CFA, you can go to their websites and the fees will be there. And for ACCA, once you have completed your degree in accounting under UITM, you will have like most of the subject will be exempted for you to repeat. You don't have to sit for the exam for applied knowledge exams and applied skills exam. I think for applied skill exam, I think maybe one or two. I think financial management and financial reporting, you still need to take it. And then all the subject under strategic professional, you have to take it. So that's mean within maximum 2 years, you can finish all this. And if you calculate overall, the cost amount will be cheaper than compared if you want to complete master. And for ACCA, for professional certification, you only have to pay for the subjects that you want to take exam for that over the 6 months. So you can pay, basically you can control your costs, like every 6 months, this is the amount I have to pay, rather than you need to pay 11,000 £11,000 in one go at the first start of semester. So for SCCA, you calculate 6 months, this is the cost, another 6 months, this is the cost. But with all these professional paper, it's common for students to fail. So don't be like discouraged if you fail the exam. This is one of the challenges, because the professional paper is not as it's like above the degrees certification. So it will be very hard. So even if you fail, you need to stand up and still try it as hard as you can until you pass, because you have come all over here for like away from your family, you need to finish what you have started. Yeah.
Agree.
So this is so as you can see the pictures on the right side. So that's SCCA, CIMA, ICW pictures, and the tuition provider. This is the top tuition provider for the professional certification, which is Kaplan Financial Training, BPP, and London School of Business Finance. So if you go to their website, they have their own pricing. This is the pricing. The one that I have in the table is pricing from Kaplan Financial Training, which is where I go for my CCA tuitions last time. Any
So
questions?
we have if some of the papers we can apply for exemption, right?
Yes,
Using
correct.
the degree from UITM.
Yeah,
Some of
because
the course.
UITM degree got like is one of the university who got like highest exemption by SCCA. So that's mean they recognize the subjects that you taught in UITM, saying that as equivalent to SCCA, whichever subject they want the student to pass. So UITM degree is quite like very good actually. Yeah.
Yes, we should be proud about of UITM.
Yes. So other than tuition fees, this is the cost that you need to take into consideration, which is the accommodation cost, whether you want to choose a university in course or you want to go for private rental. Usually university accommodation will be a bit expensive compared to private rental, but the pro is you will stay near to university. So your travel cost will be lower if you choose to stay in university accommodation. And then the material that you are using for your studies, traveling costs, visa, and then all the general expense like food, phone, broadband, council tax, seating, lighting, water. So based on this, I think on average will be about 9,000 to 14,000 pound a year. You have to budget for it. And the next one is can you move to the next slide? Unless there's a question from the floor. Okay, so this is the cost that they put in this website, myunisearch.com. So based on each city, the pricing will be different. So this is what they estimate. For example, Manchester, the cost of accommodation will be like 923 pounds, and then the food will be 370 pounds. This is per month, yeah. And then cost of utility, per month, yeah. But if accommodation, if you're sharing, you can divide to 2, 4, or 5 if you want to put 5 people inside. This is the price, I think, if you want to stay alone in the accommodation. Yeah.
So the most expensive is in
Out of these 5 is Manchester, yes. But London will be the most expensive.
of course.
If I want to be honest, yeah.
Okay. So, Puan, I believe that the cost of living, of course, is higher than Malaysia. But if you compare the price, but in reality, if we compare earnings and finances, how living abroad could be better in
Are you talking about being as a
in
student
living?
or
Yeah.
being like workers?
So if student, the student
Student. Okay, for student.
yeah.
Okay, for student, if you are under MARA or GPA, I think they give out about for London rates. Yeah, I'm talking about London rates. I think they give about £1,400 per month. That will be sufficient if you are sharing the house. If you want to stay alone, you want your like private life, then I don't think it will be enough. So you have to work part-time to cover for the cost. But if you're sharing, yeah, it should be more than enough. Yeah. But because the student life, the way we spend is different. The way the food that we choose is different as well. We try to save as much as we can. And even for traveling, we will calculate as much as possible. Like maybe, okay, one person buy a travel card today, then we can share. So if the subjects, if the timetable allow us to share the travel cards. if we travel for zone, if for example, my house, like last time we rent a house in zone 4. And then to buy a travel card from zone 1 to zone 5, zone 4 is expensive because the university is in zone 1. So what we do is we buy travel card zone 1 to zone 3. And then from zone 3 to zone 4, we take buses. So that we can save on that side. Yeah. But when you work, yeah, it should be enough. Yes. Depends on your lifestyle as well, what you prefer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. So this is the scholarship. So if you are worried about the fundings, previous one, please. So this is about the
Please,
fundings available.
enlarge your the view for presentation, please. The screen is only become smaller, right?
Kena pun ni.
Please, slideshow. Can you press slideshow? Post. Okay, better.
Okay. So it's my voice bounced back.
Yeah, the internet.
Hello.
Okay,
Is it
okay.
echoing over there as well? Hello.
Yeah.
Echo.
Yeah, something like.
Is it there?
Hello. Okay dah.
Okay.
Okay, tak apalah macam ni pun tak apa. Okay. So this is scholarships that available in the market for if you want to study abroad. The first one is Yayasan Khazanah Global Scholarships, which includes offer for UK University. And then My Brain Scholarships, this is under Malaysian government. Chevening Scholarship, which is offered by UK governments. And Great Scholarship, this is under UK government, under British Council specifically, but they will only pay that £10,000 toward the tuition fees. So for cost of living, you have to think how you want to cover for it, whether you want to take loan or your mom and dad can pay for it, or you want to do part-time jobs. And that next one is Oxford's Rich Scholarships. This is offered by University of Oxford. So you have to choose courses in that in order to get these scholarships. The next one is EUA International Development Scholarships. This is scholarships offered by EUA country. But this is specifically for this university, which is University of East Anglia. The last one is scholarships for developing country, which is Malaysia is one of them. So you can apply for these scholarships as well. But if you don't get scholarship, don't worry. You still have an option to apply for a loan from MARA or bank loan. But as much as possible, try to avoid loan unless it's a zero interest loan.
Yeah, I agree. Otherwise, you should start somewhere that have a lower cost study package.
Yeah. But if you don't have any other choice, you have to take a loan, then you need to ask them about the term and condition, because sometimes MARA give like convertible loan. meaning that if you complete the course within the expectation, I don't know whether the CGPA or whether the timing, then they will convert the loan into scholarships, so you don't have to pay to them. But you need to check with Mara about the terms and conditions before you sign the contract. Okay, so once everything's settled, you have applied for the university, you know you have all the fundings available. Next step is to apply for visa. So that's the picture in London Heathrow Airport. You can see this. Once you arrive in Heathrow, then you can see this is UK border signage, and then UK passport holders move this way, the other passport holder move that way. Same as in Malaysia. Like Malaysian, we have different passport rather than non-Malaysian in KLIA airports. So as a student, you need to apply for student visa before coming to the UK. So you need to apply in Malaysia. The UKVI office, which is UK Visa and Immigration Office in Malaysia, is in Wisma MCA, near to Ampang Park. I don't know, there's no more Ampang Park. Okay. Once you have gone for interview and then give all the biometrics, all this thumbprint and everything, then they will issue the decision within 15 working days. But at the moment, the visa stickers, they will send your passport to Philippines, and then they will courier back to you after decision has been made. So you will get your passport with a sticker inside there saying that whether how long you can come to UK, like within which period you have to come to UK, and then you have to collect your visa card in UK itself after that. And if you are running out of time, you can choose to apply under priority visa service or super priority service, but this one will come at additional cost. So for visa, it will cost about £363. And then there will be healthcare surcharge, which is if you want to use hospital or clinic facilities in here, then this is the price that you have to pay, £470 per year. This is newly introduced, I think 2 years ago, healthcare surcharge. And recently, like
Yeah,
to
it's
use.
like healthcare surcharge is like insurance, like, or
No,
just
to use NHS service.
oh,
Macam kat Malaysia, kalau you want to go to hospital Selayang ke kan, being an immigrant, you need to have these NHS numbers, then they will treat you. Yeah. And recently, the UK Home Secretary, they said they are planning to change the visa for dependent, which is at the moment you can bring your wife and children as well if you want to come and study here. But they said they are planning to take that away. So they want to restrict only student can come here unless the student is the research programs. So before this, you have the option like, for example, if you're married and then your husband can come and then your husband can work full time on the spouse visa and the student visa. So that means the husband can fund you while you are studying. But with these new rules, then that means the husband or wife cannot work. So only the student need to come alone and survive alone in this country.
except for the research student.
Except for research student, yes, correct.
Okay, we proceed.
Okay, so we are moving to next topic unless there's any questions.
Okay. if this student here want to further master or professional certification, what you would advise them in terms of preparation, for Nakma?
Oh, preparation. Okay. You have to be prepared mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, of course. Because there are cases like students who go mental as well because they feel like they are very lonely here, they don't mix around, and then they just break down and then they call the. But if you have any problems, we have Malaysia Hall that where they have like staff dedicated to help the students. So they will have like ustaz there, they will have like counselor there as well. So you can call them up and then they will talk to you over the phone. But if that doesn't work out, then they will come to you to where you are and then help you. If they think that you are not fit to continue the study, then they might tell the sponsors saying that I think this student need to go home. But yeah, before you come here, you need to be clear what's your niat is, what is your intention, why you want to come to UK, whether you want to have fun or you want to complete your study. So if you know you want to complete your study so that you can earn more and you can be recognized more in the industry, then you should go for it. Yeah. So don't be scared if you fail. It's one of the things if you go for professional studies. Yeah. So and then physically, because here you will walk more, you need to walk more compared to in Malaysia, because in Malaysia we are pampered with driving in the car all the way there, here, there. But here you need to prepare to walk a lot. So you need to be fit as well. Yeah.
Any other questions from the floor? Dennis?
Yes, sir. There's no question from me.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we go to the next topic, which is working while studying, while you are a student. So as a student visa holders, you'll be allowed to work part-time for maximum 20 hours per week. So if you work in the office, usually the working hours is 8 hours per day. So meanings you can only work like 2.5 days within that 20 hours per week. But if you do like odd jobs like delivery jobs or like sales attendance job or like hotel, like catering job or something, then as long as you can fit 20 hours per week, then you can you still obey like to the rules and regulation for student visa. But there are 4 types of works that you are not allowed to do, which is the first one is self-employed. Second one is to fill up a full-time permanent vacancy. And the fourth one is to be a sport coach or professional sport person. That's not allowed. And the last one is as entertainer. You are not allowed as well, unless you are studying music, which is, I don't think the attendee here is music background, right? No one, yeah. So because when you apply for the work, then the employer will do all the checks whether you are allowed to work under your visa, and then how many hours you're allowed to work. So by right, the both employer and employee need to check whether this is allowed. Yeah. But if you're not sure, you can always go back to the university or tuition provider and ask them whether can I do this or not, and they will also help you to clarify on that matter. Next slide. Okay, so this is the per hour wage for students or anyone below 22 years old age. So it depends on which age category you are, whether 16 to 17, 18 to 20, 21 to 22 years old. So it will be different rates. And we also have this one line called national living wage, which is this is the recommended payments by the government for the employer to follow. So it would be like £10.42 per hours. But if the employer provide you with the accommodation, so the employer can say can offset the amount against the £9.10 if the accommodation was provided. But this accommodation £9.10 is per day, and the one on the top like national living allowance and the others are per hour rate.
This is the minimum wage per
Minimum
hour.
wage, yes. So if you work 8 hours per day, you can times like £10.42 times 8 hours, then how many days? Like maybe 2 days and a half, and then times 4 weeks lah to check how much per month you will earn. Yeah.
Impressive that they have double digit for per hour minimum wage. In Malaysia,
Yeah.
we don't have that.
I'm not sure. You don't have that?
No, I don't think so.
No.
KFC is the most is 750, I think 790.
Oh,
50 of course lah.
yeah. So by the time you come here, you will be around 20 or 21 rates. Yeah, between the £7.49 or £10.18. Or if the employer is good, then they will pay £10.42 at least minimum. This is minimum. They can go above, no problem going above the minimum rates. And then where to find a job, you can find online, usually like TaskRabbit, Tasker, Indeed website, Monster website, Read websites. Or you can just go around there. Sometimes they just paste the like job opportunity in like if you want to go to be like the shop attendant or shopkeeper, then they will just paste the advertisement on the glass wall, and you can just go in and say, can I apply for it? Yeah, because for student, you just want because you need to balance between study and working, right? So you don't want a very like time-consuming job. You want a relaxed like environment with job. But I don't know, for me, because I want to focus more on study rather than go to job. So I just want to finish my job. That's it, finish, and go study.
Yeah, I agree. So they don't have Grab food panda there?
Food pan, no, we don't. We have Uber food, and we call it Just Eat. Just Eat. Yeah.
All right.
Mm. So the next one will be working in the UK after graduation. So after you have finished your study. Okay, so this one, next slide. Okay, so because we are immigrant in this country, we need a visa before you can work in the UK. So there will be 2 types of visa where you can apply for. The first one is graduate route visa. This is the easiest visa. After you complete your study, you can apply for 2 years under this visa type, which is graduate route visa. You don't need to have a job offer. You don't have to be sponsored by your university or employer to apply for this. So it's like basically like almost automatically you can get it after you finish your degree or master program or professional certificates. And then the other type visa is skilled worker visa. The skilled worker visa is you need a job offer by an employer, and then that job the employer must be a licensed sponsors under UKVI, and the job must meet the minimum salary and skills level requirement. So they need to match against what you have on your CV, and the salary offer must match against like minimum salary that UKVI expected for that kind of jobs. So with this, once you get it, then usually they will have like option whether you can go for 2 years visa, 3 years visa, or up to 5 years visa. So and then once you complete skilled worker visa for 5 years, you have the opportunity to apply for settlement in the UK, meaning you can become a permanent resident in the UK after that. And then Once you become a settled person or permanent resident in the UK, you don't have to worry about the visa anymore. You will be like as equivalent to local people. You can go, you can study if you want, you can work if you want. Then you are not restricted anymore after 5 years. But but the main criteria is the job must meet the salary, minimum salary, and also the skill level requirement for that job must be met.
Must be offered by UK company, right?
Employers, yes, the UK company. Yeah.
Graduate route visa is granted 2 years. If
2 years. If master program, 2 years. PhD,
oh,
3 years.
PhD 3 years.
Master dengan degree, dua-dua 2 years. Yeah.
After 2 or 3 years, then you then have
After, if
job
you
offer,
don't
then
have
you
job,
have to reapply.
if you don't have job after 2 years, then you need to go back.
You go back and reapply.
Because they will expect you to get a like a firm offer from an employer after 2 years. Yeah. They will expect there will be an employer who will offer you a full-time job and they are willing to pay for your visa, yeah, after 2 years.
So you have to renew the visa every time it's expired.
Yes, yes.
So if you didn't renew the visa, they will kick you out of the country.
Yeah. You don't have the right to stay basically after that. Unless
Yeah.
unless you get married to the local
Unless,
people.
oh yes, I need
Then
to
you
get
can go
married with
under spouse visa.
London people.
Yes.
Then I don't need to renew my visa.
You will get a spouse visa. But the spouse visa,
Okay.
still you need to stay in the marriage for 5 years. Then you can get PR.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it doesn't work if you get married just for 1 year or 2 years.
Oh no, no, no. They are strict now. Last time they are fine. After 1 year
Oh,
you
okay.
divorce and that's fine. But now no more.
Oh,
Because there's too
so the
many sham marriage here. There's so many like scam marriage, like sham marriage they call it.
like they are
They
taking the
just pay
advantage
the European woman and then get married just for purpose of visa.
for the visa. They're just taking advantage of the marriage for the visa.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
So now
the,
they change it. Yeah.
yeah, the strict law. Okay. Okay.
Mhm. I don't know about Malaysia. It's the same. If like,
So we
if
don't
like
know.
foreign student come and then they got married to a Malaysian lady or Malaysian boy, then
Is it the same, sir?
get.
I
Yeah,
don't
sure.
know because I married local.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. It's interesting to know. So, okay. So this is how to get a job in the UK. Again, you can go to job website or you can go to specialist websites, which is sector based. For management, you can go to Hayes website. So that will be specific more for finance and management jobs. The others depends on prospects for graduates, or maybe you can go there as well. NHS job, maybe because they have like finance department as well in NHS and trust, so NHS trust, so you can explore that as well. So other than that, you can go to recruitment agency. So that's mean you have to walk to their office and then ask if there's any vacancy. This is my CV and then everything, and go, or you can go to the company website as straight away. Like for example, if you know you want to join EY and Young as auditor, you can go to their website and apply there, and or you can go for networking and social media online as well, and go freelancing or do apprenticeship or traineeships. Just if you don't have like job offer, maybe you can just join as a trainee so that you can prove to them that I am I am valuable to be as part of your company during that apprentice or
Apprenticeship,
training
right?
periods. Yeah.
Apprenticeship.
Because they like Asian, because Asian people are very hardworking. They don't do jobs like 9 to 5 only. Usually they will extend the hours. So employers love that. If local people is strict, 9 to 5. By 5 p.m. they will pack their bag and say bye bye and then go. They will go to all this like drinking session or everything up there.
Hey.
Mm.
So how you view the job market there, Tuan? Because in Malaysia, I believe it's saturated, quite saturated.
Okay. The job market at the moment, the unemployment rates has been low, at the lowest so far since COVID-19. So it's picking up now. So that's mean most of the people here have a job now. For graduates, there is opportunity. Yes, it's quite good actually for graduates market because they want young people, they want to pay as low as possible. So this is, and then with this 2 years visa, they don't have to worry about visa. They can just employ the new graduates. And then test them at least 2 years lah, whether they can absorb or they should leave the company.
There's a huge opportunity to you all, your
Yes.
youngsters.
Yes, youngsters, especially youngsters. For experienced workers, depends how you sell your CVs and how you do during interviews. Because now we have like hybrid workings and environment as well, right? Like sometimes we work from home, sometimes we work from office. So it's a new area for HR to explore as well, like which candidates will suit more in this environment, whether working from office or hybrids or working from home 100%. So yeah, it's a try and error for us.
It's still new, right?
Yes, it's new.
Hybrid.
It's hard to monitor. It's hard because if you work from home, it's hard to monitor. For the employer, it's hard to monitor employee whether do they really works or they just watching movie or what. Yeah. And we want to make sure every pound that we spend on their salary is worth it for the company. Yeah.
We actually lecturers have that issue towards our students. They having online class or physical class. And online don't know whether it's sent to us or not.
Yeah, right. Whether it's effective online or offline, face to face.
Just same during their study time.
But I think, yeah, we are moving to digital era, so we have to accept these changes.
Yeah, agree.
Even for like all the professional certification, they have like options like you want to go for classroom learning or you want to go online learning or you want to go like you just want to go like whenever you want to study, you can study like on demand course. They have all these options as well. But during like 60 years ago, there's there is no option like that. We all 100% classrooms. Yeah. So yeah, with the technology, everything's changed.
Agree.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the salary. I have focused on the finance salary here. So this is from government.uk website. So if you want to apply under skilled worker visa, this is the minimum salary that you have to pay for you. So for example, if you want to work as a mortgage advisor, the minimum is 25,750 per annum. Yeah? This is per annum. So the rate for per hours is £13.20, sister. If you want to be a taxation advisor, taxation consultant, then it will be higher. And then financial accounting technician, it'll be 27,990 per annum minimum. There's no problem to go above that. And then if you want to be account manager, audit manager, 26,820 minimum.
That's in pound, guys?
Yes, pound.
Pound sterling.
Per annum. This one is per annum because. But the downside is the tax rate here is quite expensive compared to Malaysia. So the next page, I've put the tax rate as well, if you want to see it. So the first £12,570 is 0% tax rate, and the next between 12,500 to 50,000 is 20%, and then anything above 50,270 is 40%. And then the additional rate, that one, I don't think it will be a bit difficult lah for student graduates to get that salary. Yeah. So we for graduates maybe in 20% tax rate. But as you move, like as you gain the experience throughout the years, you might move to the 40% tax rate band. So in the UK, yeah. Malaysia 28%, right?
Around that.
Siapa study tax kat sini? Cik.
This one you can see 40, 45 is very, very, very high. So the students don't know about this. So later they all pay tax, they know lah.
So I can say like once your salary go above than 4,000 per month, then you will be on 40% tax rate.
Yeah, that's huge.
So okay, so kalau if you are employed in the UK, you must have an employment contract. The employer must give you an employment contract which detail out this is the term and conditions. This is your weekly hours that you need to be at work. You need to work, not to be at work anymore because sometimes they have like hybrid arrangement. So this is the weekly hours, and then the annual leave entitlement must be clear in there. The minimum is 28 days for full-time employees, which include UK public holiday. So for your information, UK public holiday is only 8 days for a year. Compared to Malaysia, double, 16 days per year.
Yeah.
So 28 days. So if we minus 8 days public holiday, so at least 20 days lah, you need to get the annual leave. And then it should say notice period. And notice periods mean if you want to break the contract. So how long you need to give notice to the employer. So it will be varies how long you have served the employers. The longer you serve employers, the longer notice they will require. I think up to 3 months, you need to serve notice. That's the maximum. And then the third one, once you start working, you need to have national insurance number. This is where you need to pay like a pension, like EPF. Yeah. But the thing is, whatever you pay into national insurance, it will be like a public pots rather than your own pots of pension pot. So you need to reach retirement age, only then you can withdraw the pension. But the pension that you can withdraw is like per week basis, like everyone will get the same numbers of amount of money, regardless what type of job of you have done during your lifetime.
Wow.
So it's like a public pension pots rather than our own pension pots. And we also have like our own like private pension, like because now it's I think like 3 years ago they make it compulsory for employer to have like employer pension, like pensions. So whatever employee contribute, employer have to contribute in that pot as well, and that pot we can bring wherever we go, like EPF lah. And then the next one is tax reference number. This will be same as Malaysia. Everybody individual have their own unique tax reference number. So our tax year start on 6th of April each year and ended on 5th of April each year. But the way we work here is we pay taxes on monthly basis. So every time we issue this the pay slip, it will be the tax and national insurance will be deducted right away. Sorry?
Is that
Oh, okay.
Anybody want to ask questions? Oh,
Anybody? Please turn off the microphone.
please
Participants,
for microphone.
hello. Participants,
Excuse me. Don't disturb the speaker, please. Host, please mute the noisy student.
sorry for the inconvenience, Pak Ma.
Tak apa, tak apa. It's
So means
okay.
that one, everybody has pension when they working in UK.
Yes, now it's compulsory for employer to have their pension, like private pension for their employees. Yes.
And the amount is flat rate for everybody.
That's for national insurance. That's
National insurance.
for
Okay.
so we have three deduction in from our salary, which is national insurance, tax, and also the pension pots for the private pension pot that we have. Yeah.
Anybody have questions so far? Please take this opportunity to ask.
For the participant who wish to ask any questions, please ask the question in the chat box. Pak Ahmad, there's a question from Adriana Balkish.
Mhm.
The question is about your opinion on student who wants to and academically capable to study abroad, having a
Mhm.
financial problem. Is it the scholarship enough for them to survive?
Okay.
So
Mhm. Okay, this one, it depends because different scholarship have different types of expense they cover. Some of scholarship, they only cover for tuition fees. So that means the remaining like 1,000 pound per month, you have to think how you will need to cover for it. But if you work part-time 20 hours per week on that minimum wage, I think the maximum you can get is 800 pound. And then it won't be enough if you choose to study in London, but it will be enough if you choose to study in like a bit rural area. That will be possible.
because
But
you
if
did say
this,
that
sorry,
because you did say that earlier, London have the highest cost of living, right?
yes, correct, yes, yes. But if you want to study in London, but if you want to save costs, there is alternative way as well. Like the biggest cost will be accommodation. So what you can do is you move to like outside London area, but you make sure that there is a train connection to London City to go to university. So for example, you can choose to live in Luton, but you can study in London because the class like for professional people, because that's the one that I know about. If you take like three subjects, so that's mean you will have three class over 5 days on the week. So the other 2 days you don't have to travel to London, to central London. So you can stay in the home. So you only need to think about the 3 days travel expense that you need to spend. And then in Luton, the accommodation rate is so much lower than central London. So it will be one of the strategy that you can use. But if the scholarships cover for both tuition fees and also cost of living, that will be more than enough. Yeah.
And of course, you need to manage your spending wisely, right?
Yes, choose your lifestyle wisely as well. If you want to have entertainment, maybe you can choose somewhere like free to go, like the museum, or go to the
The
historic
library.
places, or go or choose a hobby that you don't require you to invest so much, like maybe running
Yeah,
marathons,
I
something like
agree.
that. Mhm.
Okay, now we move to the second question. It's from Hazira. Is it easy to make friend there?
Oh, so easy. Yes, it's easy.
So
Yes, it's easy.
uh,
Okay.
there's a they are quite family there, friendly.
Yes, they are
Okay.
friendly.
Okay.
And there will be like a lot of like student clubs as well to join. Or if you go, if you don't think the club suits for you, then there will be like Malaysian clubs as well for like postgraduate student clubs, and they are very active. Every month there will be like lots of activities because I joined that WhatsApp group for the postgraduates as well. So there will be like every month there will be activities they will arrange like badminton and football game, and then and whenever there's a ministers coming from Malaysia, they will try to engage with them and have a session with them. And you can make friends. You can build your networking based on that. Yeah, don't be afraid you will be lost out. Yeah,
Just be yourself.
because now technology make us like borderless. Like it doesn't matter where you are, you will feel connected anyway.
You're right. Okay. So the next question is from Nur Amira Natasha. How do you manage to take care of your family there? Is there any obstacle like racism?
Racism. Okay.
Yeah.
When I first came here in 2006, because it's just like a few years after the bombing incidents by the terrorists. They say terrorists, but yeah. And yeah, that time is quite hot. Yeah, racism is quite everywhere. Like, yeah. But being in London, because in London there's so many, like the racial is so diverse. So you feel kind of you're protected as well, because you're not the only non-UK here in London.
Mhm. There's
But I've
fear.
been to other city like Birmingham. Yeah, they pull out. They try to pull my hijab as well over there, and then they say something and which I can't understand their dialect. So, and then I just move away. But yeah, to take care of family, you need to closely watch what your children doing. But I think this is too early for you guys to talk about this. But yeah, you need to monitor like who's their friends, and then every time they come back from school, ask them, how's the school today? Whether is there anyone bullying you, or anyone like say some things that you don't like. And if you think that there is a bullying case or racism case at school, you can report to the school. You can talk to the school teachers, the class teachers, and then they will do something about it, because they have like a policy about bullying. What's the next action there the school will take for the bulliers, and yeah, so on. But if it outside school, here for primary school, they won't allow the children to walk alone home unless you are year 5 or year 6. So below anything from nursery reception year 1 until year 4, the parents have to come and pick up the children and drop off the children at school class, not even get in the class itself. So chances of getting like racism or bullying is not there. But high school, I'm not sure yet, because my children will go to high school in September. So let's see how it works. Because high school will be a big challenge,
Yeah.
because the rebel period will be there as well. And then, but yeah, for me, every Sunday we enroll for kafar class for them, for my kids. So they will learn about Islam, about Quran readings, about the Sirah, about everything about Muslim, basically whatever you learn in Malaysia. But it will be limited to 2 hours per week only. But well, I try as much possible as well to expose them, as like whenever I'm home, I will try to teach them as well. So that's the strategy that I use to make sure they are not misled.
Since UK are not like Malaysia, right?
Yeah. But yeah, they will ask question like, I said, oh, why should I wear hijab? Why should I pray? My teacher will pray. So, oh my God, all this question. They say my teacher said the parents not supposed, like, it's not necessary you need to have a woman and a man to be a parent. You can be a man and a man to be a parent. So, oh my God, this topic.
That's the
It's like different levels. Like if you want to explain to them, you need to think twice. Like, should I explain like this or like that?
the biggest new challenge that we have today in the world.
Because the
The
here
ability
BGT is
to
quite is quite like
Yeah.
open here. Yeah. And at school they learn all about religion. Like they will learn like one term will learn about Muslim, one term will learn about Hinduism, one term will learn about like Christianity. They will learn all the religion basically at school, and then when they come back home they will ask you all these questions, so you need to be ready.
This is gonna be advanced.
Mentally.
Yeah, mentally and spiritually. Sabar, sabar.
Need to prepare for all the questions.
Banyakkan istighfar.
Yeah. So I hope that it
Mm,
answered the questions.
Yeah.
it's answer. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Abu and Akmal, could you recommend which one are better? To get the
Sorry?
certification after they get the certification or get the master degree in the UK, should they work for that 2 3 years or go back straight home? What do you view on this?
Okay. I and then okay. For me, for professional certification, for ACC, because I don't know about others, but for ACCA, I think it's good to complete right away after you finish your degree and then pursue for ACCA, because that time your mind is focusing on studying. You don't have to worry about works, because once you start works, it's very, very like energy, like your energy will be like, by the time you finish your work, it's only like 80%. So only 20% you need to study at night if you do part time studying ACCA. Yeah. But it depends. Some people they prefer like to work and study at the same time because they can practice what they study at their work. Like they can understand better. They say. But for master program, I don't know because when I look at TM in as a whole, I think they took master program so that they can get a career break in between. So that's a good one as well because in Malaysia, especially if you want to move a different rank, you need to have some additional certification or some additional thing like MBA master to show that you are ready to for the next management levels. So that's when they took the MBA after 3 years working, and then they will take MBAs. So it's kind of a like holiday lah for them. Don't have to work, go for for studying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you want to go do like to do lecturers, I don't know. Maybe Faisal can answer better. That is straight after the degree. Or,
Those are the days I wanted to, yeah, I have the intention to study abroad. But put the cost aside, I
yeah.
think I gonna miss the nasi lemak so much, so I don't go.
Okay.
Even staying in Kelantan, so I miss nasi lemak because yeah, we don't have nasi lemak so much here. We have nasi aidin.
And you can learn how to cook nasi lemak. Oh, you can. There's a lot of Malaysian shop in London, so you just pop up one of them and you can eat it. Eat nasi lemak there. You can eat laksa. You can eat even what they call nasi kerabu the biru one, the blue
Yeah.
one. Yeah, it's here.
tikam.
It's here. The student even sell it for delivery for nasi kerabu or this Kelantan delicacies as well. So they find this is opportunity because there's a demand for it. So they create okay, there's a demand. They sell it.
If you can cook, you can make money.
It's a marketing strategy, yeah.
Marketing strategy, yeah. Wherever there's demand, there's opportunity to make money. Yeah, go for it.
So there's no difficulties to find halal shop then. No.
In London, no.
Okay.
But I think Muslim are everywhere actually because we have lots of Pakistani, Afghani as well in here in UK. So if you choose your accommodation around that community area, you don't have no problems with the halal food or mosque. You can find it easily.
Great.
Okay, may we have the last question before we end the session? Anybody?
Okay, here last question. From Fatini Yusuf. If we graduate in Malaysia, it is easy for us to get a job in UK. So if we graduate in Malaysia, is it easy for us to get a job in UK?
Okay. As a fresh graduates to compete with UK graduates, I don't think it's easy. But what you can do is you can join like the big four audit firms. or Petronas or Kazana, all these big company like KWSP. You work for like few years and then you can apply for like secondary to abroad like locations. That's how the another alternative way you can work abroad. Or once you have gained like at least 3-4 years experience, then you can start applying to UK. So you can try the markets whether they can accept you or not.
Start with GLCs, Malaysian GLC.
But being account background, usually they will come using audit firm lah, under audit firms.
Okay. We don't have any other questions, I believe.
Actually, we have a last question. Can we
Okay.
proceed? Okay, so this is the last one. It's from Irfan Kamsani. He did ask about, do you have culture shock while abroad? Any tips to deal with it?
Oh, me.
Hmm. I don't think so.
So, yeah, because I'm working with Telecom Malaysia, right, a Malaysian company. So culture shock, not that much other than, yeah, they don't stay after 5 o'clock. And then no, I don't think so. But if you work with other company, maybe you might have other culture shocks lah. Because for the MUK, it's more or less like they will be like Asian, more like Asians. Yeah.
Because you're working for Telecom Malaysia, right?
Yes, yes.
There's
Even
no
my husband works with a Malaysian company bank, like Malayan bank. So we both of us don't find any culture shock. Yeah, not much. Other than sometimes they ask us, oh, let's go for like what Rihanna concert. I said, oh, I don't want to go Rihanna concert. I said, why? I said, it's too sexy.
Because their culture is they having fun like that. Going to concert.
Yeah, they said, no, it's not sexy. Oh, no, it's not for me. I'll skip it. Because the way they like after office hours, like the way they socialize is different now because they like to go to pub to drinks after that, right? And I don't want to join, although I can join and drink some juice, but I don't feel comfortable to be around people who drinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other things that I'm worried here is, I don't know, the student here, like they do vaping. So I don't like that side as well.
We have that here in UITM too.
Oh, really? So it's nothing to
Yeah.
be shocked about.
Yeah. Okay, I believe it's 10:30 now in Malaysia. So I think I should end the session. Want to say thank you very much for Puan Noatma to have us today. Very comprehensive and informative information that he provide to us about UK, about study UK, about working part-time, full-time in UK. So thank you very much, Puan. Hopefully we
Thank
can
you, Juan, for your new information.
Okay. I hope
Okay.
it's useful for all you guys, yeah?
inshallah.
Of course. So before our session, now let us continue with the photo session. Let us take some memories together as a memory. Audience may turn on the camera to get ready for the photo session. The participant may open your camera now. And smile nicely.
Switch on your cameras. Who's gonna take the picture? Please count.
Oh, ada yang dekat ni dekat hall Dewan ni dekat UiTM ke ni? Kira ni yang mana ramai-ramai ni.
Yeah,
tak
the
balik
students
rumah lagi.
now they are face to face dalam campus lah. But they are around inside the campus lah, here and there dalam campus.
UiTM macam kebanyakannya stay dalam UiTM punya accommodation lah kiranya.
Ya. Ada juga yang duduk rumah sewa lah, siapa yang tak dapat college.
Oh tak cukup juga
Tak
Kan
cukup.
Shah Alam je tak cukup.
Yeah. Still facing the same problem ever since.
Tapi tadi yang baca doa tu baguslah ada bahasa Inggerisnya translation tadi.
Yeah, good practice.
Kena ni.
Gonna take the picture.
Siapa yang ambil? Ni ada lagi yang tak on lagi kamera ni.
On camera, please. Please switch on camera. Oh. Okay, host. Take the picture.
Okay, ready. Okay, ready. One, two, three.
Is that?
One, two, three. Freestyle. Okay. That's a mini left from Puan Akmal.
Good luck siapa final year, good luck study. Final year paling susah tapi you can do it.
Yeah. Okay. We already settled the photo session. So now audience were required to scan the QR code display for the attendance and e-certificate. Participant may scan the QR code for the attendance and e-certificate.
Okay, Danish.
So we have 2 more minutes before we continue the session.
Yang ni untuk point duduk asrama ke?
Boleh sijil tu.
Oh masih ada tapi sekarang tak guna kupon QR code canggih.
Kupon pun kadang-kadang ada.
Ada juga.
Oh kupon pun ada juga.
Ada lagi.
Kupon ada. Jadi kalau nak duduk college tu kena memburu kupon dengan CJ lah.
Ya betul cik. Teringat balik zaman UiTM je.
Rajin-rajin join program.
Tapi organizer dapat banyak sikit lah kot kuponnya cik.
Organizers, special case.
Okay, so
The UiTM now they have apa tu ECP system. So if they are MPs kan, the president, vice president, or the AJKs, that one have different merit lah.
oh, okay.
So
So macam automatic lah dapat college. Okay.
yeah. So can we
Dulu masa kat UiTM, I'm very reserved person lah. I'm not the oldest MP ke apa ke tak ada.
can we go straight to the our
Okay. So before we end our webinar, let's pardon me. Before we end our webinar, let us sing the UiTM di hatiku song and recite the doa Rabita.
اللهم إنك تعلم أن هذه القلوب قد اجتمعت على محبتك والتقت على طاعتك وتوحدت على دعوتك وتعاهدت على نصرة شريعتك فوثق اللهم رابطاتها وأدم ودها واهدها سبلها واملأها بنورك الذي لا يخبو واشرح صدورها بفيض الإيمان بك. Ya Allah, Engkau mengetahui hati-hati ini telah berkumpul kerana kasihkan-Mu, bertemu dan patuh padamu, bersatu memikul dakwamu. Hati-hati ini telah berjanji setia, mendaulat dan menyokong syariat-Mu, maka eratkanlah akan ikatannya. Kekalkan kemesraan hati ini, tunjukkan ia jalan yang sebenar. Limpahkan dengan cahaya Rabbani-Mu yang tak pernah padam, dan lapangkan dengan iman. Allahumma innaka
With the end of the Dua Rabitah recitation just now, meaning our webinar has come to an end. So I would like to say thank you to the audience who joined our program tonight. You may dismiss now.
Okay, thank you, Puan Akmal.
Thank you,
Okay,
Puan.
sama-sama. Okay.
Sorry if
Good
there's any mistake from me.
Thank you, Nanish. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you moderator, komiti semua.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Good night.
bye. Assalamualaikum.
Fine. Fine. Thank you, sir.